paranormal is real. Listen.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Paranormal Report. I am Ray, and this is Secrets of the Stars, episode number 33. I am going to be joined, hopefully, by Daniel at some point. If not, then this is going to be a solo Secrets of the Stars. And on tonight's episode, I'm going to be talking about Titan, Saturn's largest moon. And Mars again, funny enough, because some news have come out about Mars in the last few days. Then there's something about Stonehenge I want you all to know about. And then there's the comet, then there's the meteor thing that was seen in Portugal, would you believe, over the last few days. This has been a tremendous few days of like discovery and intrigue in the well, in the like extraterrestrial world and everything, and space and that. So as always, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff, and let's delve right into it, shall we? Starting with Titan. You know, Saturn's largest moon. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Yeah, moon of Saturn as an equivalent of freshwater rivers and salty oceans. Yes, you heard that right, folks. It has the equivalent of what we have here, you know. Freshwater rivers, like where you can do and that, and you know, that is crazy. Um, sorry, 2 seconds only. Just letting one of my mods know that I'm live. But in case he wants to pop in. But and check the channel. But yeah, so as I was gonna say, Saturn, Titan, as a equivalent of freshwater rivers like we have here on Earth, obviously, with like the Nile, Amazon, and all that, and other rivers, and salty oceans, so like the Atlantic, Pacific. So, the liquid hydrocarbon seas, lakes, and rivers on Titan have varying compositions and signs of active tides or currents. So, that is crazy already. Like, how can you tell me, that how can you say that we're the only planet on ours in our solar system that has this when there's a moon now which has it? It's like nuts. But yeah, this is the North Polar region actually of Titan. Before I carry on, imaged using radar signals from the Cassini probe with hydrocarbon seas colored blue. Look at that. Our most detailed jet our most detailed look yet at the strange lakes of Saturn's moon, Titan, has revealed a diverse seascape, similar to Earth's combination of freshwater rivers and salty oceans. But unlike our oceans, or our water oceans, Titan's lakes consist of methane and ethane, which are liquid at the planet's average surface temperature of about minus 179 degrees Celsius, which is equivalent to minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. Radar measurements from NASA's Cassini spacecraft, which orbited Saturn between 2004 and 2017, so 13 years it was active, have hinted at differences in the lake's properties, such as their composition and the waves on their surface. But there wasn't enough information in the signals to distinguish between them. Now, Valerio Poggiali, I think, Poggiali, at Cornell University of New York, if I say it wrong, please correct me, and his colleagues have mapped the composition and surface of the seas on Titan using a different radar technique, revealing an increasing amount of ethane as you travel down the planet from its north pole. So the more north you go, the cleaner and purer the seas are. They're more methane dominated. Previous radar measurements were made using signals emitted and received at the same location on the Cassini probe. This meant that the reflected radio waves were polarized or twisted in one direction, which is nuts. So, anything else? No, that's it. So basically, they're saying that it's not like it's like us, which there's an equivalent of what we have here with seas and ocean, well, seas and rivers and oceans basically. But instead of us having ours consisted of water and all that stuff, we have methane and ethane on Saturn. And as you all know, methane is used as the explosive element here on Earth, because you get the methane Bunsen burners, which you use in school, which is crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, um, um, no. Sorry, I just got a message back from my mod. So you're telling me, that, like I said, like the methane is used for that, obviously, but it's crazy. Like we can't be the only life. Like methane is, like I said, used on for Bunsen burners and all that. So there's always an element, about this. Why is there all these elements like so fast together? Like Saturn has them, and yet we have them here on Earth. Mars has some that we've got here. And then I think the further you go out there, I think they said they've even found sodium, I believe, on one of the planets. I think it's Jupiter, I can't remember. Um um yeah, Jupiter's moon Europa is actually sodium chloride. That's what I had to see. See what I mean? So we even have that here on Earth. So you can't tell me that we're the only one that supports life, because we own all these different elements found that we have here on our periodic table, and that, which is like incredible. That, and you're getting all this. Something is something is going to be found one of these days. Something is going to be found. Believe it or not. And we're all going to be like, damn, you know? Really, you know? Because it's nuts. It's like literally nuts, you know? Like always, like I said, if you're enjoying this, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends, family, whoever you think would benefit from watching this. I've got a lot more shows planned anyway, so don't you worry. But this is just crazy though, you know. Hang on. Yeah. Like what the hell? Now. This was posted on the 16th of July. Obviously I didn't get around to talking about that yet because I've had a backlog of whatever other things I wanted to talk about. But now we're gonna go on to Mars again. That big red planet, as it's called, but some people like Billy Carson believe it's a moon. And the moon of Tiamat. So they just call it a planet for now, because that's what NASA classifies it as. They have found liquid water. You're hearing that right? Liquid water. That thing that we drink has been found in the Martian mid-crust. Look. So you want to go read that there, you know? But there you go. BBC News. We'll look at reservoir of liquid water found deep in Martian rocks. And the discovery comes from analysis of data from NASA's InSight lander, which took a seismometer to Mars. Now, this is interesting now. Scientists have discovered a reservoir of liquid water on Mars deep in the rocky outer crust of the planet. The findings come from a new analysis of data from NASA's Mars InSight lander, which touched down on the planet back in 2018. So it's been up there for 6 years. The lander carried a seismometer which recorded 4 years of vibrations, Mars quakes from deep inside the red planet. So it was 6 years it was last it was on there. Not 6 years like in total, but 6 years since it was last on there. And it was on there for 4 years. So come back in 2022, it looks like. And analyzing, I should say, fuck me. Sorry, everyone. Analyzing those quakes and exactly how the planet moves revealed seismic signals of liquid water. While there is water frozen at the Martian poles, obviously, and evidence of vapor in the atmosphere, this is the first time liquid water has been found on the planet. The findings are published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. So, what it's got there, look. That if you want to go and have a detailed look, go and read that. I looked at it when I first found this out, and it was very interesting. InSight's scientific mission ended in December of 2022 after the lander sat quietly listening to the pulse of Mars for 4 whole years. In that time, the probe recorded more than 1,319 quakes. By measuring how fast seismic waves travel, scientists have worked out what material they are most likely to be moving through. These are actually the same techniques we use to prospect for water here on Earth, or even to look for oil and gas, explained Professor Michael Manga from the University of California, Berkeley, who was involved in this research. The analysis revealed reservoirs of water at depths of about 6 to 12 miles, so 10 to 20 kilometers if you want to do it that way, in the Martian crust. But understanding the Martian water cycle is critical for understanding the evolution of the climate, surface, and an interior, said lead researcher Dr. Vashan Wright from UC San Diego's Scripps Institution of Oceanography. Professor Manga added, or Manga, whatever you want to pronounce it as, added that water was the most important molecule in shaping the evolution of a planet. This finding, he said, answers a big question of where did all the Martian water go? Well, the water's on Mars. Easy. Negate the Doctor Who reference. Studies of the surface of Mars with its channels and ripples, show that in ancient times there were rivers and lakes on this planet. But for 3 billion years, it has been a desert. Dang, 3 billion years. Some of that water was lost to space when Mars lost its atmosphere. But it said, Professor Manga here on Earth, much of our water is underground, and there's no reason for that not to be the case on Mars too. There's a Martian surface. Right, sorry about that. So, yeah, here, the Martian surface has evidence of ancient rivers and lakes etched into it, see? So it has had proof for all the years that there has been something going on there. The InSight probe was only able to record directly from the crust beneath its feet, but the researchers expect that there will be similar reservoirs across the planet. And if that is the case, they estimate that there is enough liquid water on Mars to form a layer across the surface that would be more than half a mile deep. However, though, they point out that the location of this Martian groundwater is not good news for billionaires with Mars colonization plans who might want to tap into it. It's sequestered of 10 to 20 kilometers deep in the crust. Drilling a hole 10 kilometers deep on Mars, even for Elon Musk, would be difficult. The discovery could also point to another target for the ongoing search for evidence of life on Mars. Without liquid water, you don't have life. So if there are habitable environments on Mars, those may now be deep underground. So, that is crazy. You know? Like, it's crazy how all that is like discovered now. Like, so you're telling me that they say that if you go 10 kilometers, yeah, obviously won't be good. But one day they're going to tell me we're going to do it when they are up there on Mars, and they're going to be like, we can actually turn this into pure drinking water. Because look at us, we can go through the process now of changing salt water into pure drinking water. Why can't we do the same on Mars in time? You know, it's one of them things that it's going to be amazing to discover when we do get that rush. You know, like it's going to be, crazy. You know, like, but yeah, I'd recommend going and look on the pnas.org website because look, they go into a lot of more detail. Look, It goes into right in-depth look. So I'd go and recommend looking at this. And it's in the mid-crust as well. Mm. And look, Dragon 15, there was a start of it, look. So they found liquid water stuff with it, but now it's crazy. So if it is all beneath in the crust and that, and all that like Martians or like Martian life or whatever is down there, and they've lobbing lost to space or time or whatever. One day we're gonna find it. I can guarantee you. One day we're gonna find it. And when we do, it's gonna be bloody beautiful. Because we're already starting to find all this out. But how far behind are we though? Is there a part? There's a part of me that's thinking, are we on the right track? You know, or is there like, look, don't touch the water. Yep. The human race should be moved to Mars. One day we're gonna find the life on there, and it's gonna be bloody beautiful. You know. Now we're gonna go on to Stonehenge. I ain't talked about this for a few weeks, well, a few months, I think. Stonehenge, that lovely place in Wiltshire, which is on ley lines and is a UFO hotspot, and we're in the county of UFO heaven, basically, because Wiltshire is like guys, with more UFO sightings than anywhere. And now we've got something else to find out about Stonehenge. Famous Stonehenge stone came from Scotland and not Wales as they first thought. Yeah, Stonehenge now has stones from all over Great Britain. So they've got one from here, England, one from Northern Ireland, one from Wales, and one from and one from Scotland. But there you go. The 6-ton altar stone at the heart of Stonehenge came from the far north of Scotland rather than southwest Wales as previously thought. So new analysis has found, before I go into the article, that they've originally thought that all the altar stone had come from southwest Wales, and they didn't think it'd be from some anywhere else because I think one of other stones came from that same region, so they put it down to that. But now they've gone and done a study and found it's actually from Scotland, north, far north. So I'll show you something here now, guys. Where are we? Boom, 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 boom. Right. Southwest Wales is around this area. But the Waterstone, far north. So probably Orkney or even there. Like Harold's, like far north. So maybe the Shetlands. It's crazy. 434 miles. Here you go. So the discovery shows the construction of Stonehenge was a far greater collaborative effort than scientists even realised. It also means, there you go, that the ancient monument near Salisbury in southwest England was built with stones from all parts of Great Britain. These findings suggest Neolithic Britain was a far more connected and advanced society than earlier evidence ever indicated. The distance between Stonehenge and the far north of Scotland is about 434 miles. You can do that easy in a car now. But back then, they wouldn't have had that. They would have had horses. Hell, they would have even probably had to carry the fucker. It's crazy. The research was led by a Welsh PhD student, Anthony Clark, who now works at Curtin University in Western Australia. Oh, go on, Anthony. Such is the importance of the discovery that it has been published in one of the world's leading scientific journals, Nature, which is an enormous achievement for an apprentice researcher. Well, go on, mate. But it is a bittersweet moment, though, for the young Welshman who was born in Pembrokeshire, where the Waterstone was until now thought to have come from. I don't think I'll be forgiven by people back home. It will be a great loss for Wales. But Mr. Clark points out that the remaining stones in the central horseshoe, which are known as blue stones, are from Wales, and the larger stones in the outer circle are from England. We've got to give the Scots something, he said. But on a serious note, Stonehenge seems to be this great British endeavour involving all the different people from all over this island, or all over the island. So there's none from Northern Ireland. I thought there was. There ain't. So look, this is all Wales. So England's all this one. Look, all these are English. That's Welsh, and there's Scotland. Just that one bit. So you basically have England, Wales conquering, and then you have Scotland with a little bit. Oh, go on, Scotland. You've got something, though. That is crazy. I never thought that, you know. The blue stones at Stonehenge were identified as coming from the Preseli Hills in Pembrokeshire back in 1923 by Welsh geologist Henry Herbert Thomas. The central Waterstone was made of a different rock, though, but was always assumed to have come from the same area until 20 years ago, when scientists first began to question its origins. Last year, researchers including Professor Nick Pearce from Aberystwyth in Wales, of all places, concluded that the Waterstone could not have come from Wales, but its origin had remained a mystery until now. It blew our socks off when we discovered it was from northeast Scotland, Professor Pearce, who was also involved in the current discovery, told BBC News. It was a shock to say the least. Coming from that distance, more than 700 kilometres, was remarkable. The Neolithic people must have been pretty well connected, far more connected than people give them credit for. They must have been very well organised. The breakthrough was made by the team at Curtin University in Australia, who analysed the chemical composition of fragments of rock that had fallen off this Waterstone and dated them. The composition and date are unique to rocks from different parts of the world, so like a fingerprint is to us. The Australian team, though, had access to one of the most comprehensive global rock fingerprint databases and found the best match was from the Orcadian Basin, which includes the Caithness, Orkney, and Moray Firth regions of northeastern Scotland. There's Anthony Clark. Construction at Stonehenge began 5,000 years ago, with changes and additions over the next 2 millennia. Most of the blue stones are believed to have been the first stones erected at the site. Dr. Robert Ixer from University College London, who was also involved in this study, described the result as shocking. The work prompts two important questions. How was the water stone transported from the very north of Scotland, a distance of more than 700 kilometres to Stonehenge? And more intriguing is why. But yeah, that's what I was wondering, how it got transported, see? That is one of the biggest questions, because if they did use an Olsen cart, that would be knackering. It's crazy. And then if a bolt, they wouldn't be able to do it by bolt. It's like crazy. The distance is the longest recorded journey for any stone using a monument at that period, and Professor Pierce says that the next mystery to solve is how it got there. There are obvious physical barriers to transporting by land, and an equally daunting journey of going by sea. See what I mean? These findings will have huge ramifications for understanding communities in Neolithic times, their levels of connectivity, and their transport systems. There you go, Laurel stone in the foreground and now partially buried under two other stones that have fallen on top of it. Look, see? Just there. Just there, look. The new research will be poured over by archaeologists working for English Heritage, which looks after Stonehenge, according to one of the monument's senior curators, Eva Sabaya. This discovery certainly implies that there were great social connections in Britain at this time, and at the time, she told BBC News. It is phenomenal that the people of the time brought such a large stone all this way. They must have had a compelling reason to do it, and they had a sophisticated and developed society, and so they probably had a spiritual side just like we do. That is nuts. Like, how can they bring something like that all the way down? It's like absolutely nuts. I'd love to hear your thoughts, everyone, on how they managed to do it, because I'm trying to work out, because like an Olsen carriage wouldn't do it. Also would be like too heavy to pull the cart, you know. A, a boat wouldn't do it because there's wooden, you know. It's nuts. So if you've got any thoughts, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And now we're going to finish off with something incredible. Two months ago, Portugal witnessed a meteor. A lot of influences in, and that witnessed it back in June, right? But yeah, here we go. Look at that. That is nuts. Look. And at a concert as well, look. Look. It's like crazy. And this was just 2 months ago, you know? That meteor, Yeah, this was in August. Yeah, suspected meteor lit up the sky over Portugal and Spain late Saturday night. A blue fireball. One video apparently filmed on a diver's dash cam shows a burst of blue light blazing across the sky. That is nuts. I know this was in May, but to witness something like that would be amazing, I think. Like, because you're not expecting it, but look. Just to catch it, look. It would be amazing just to catch it, you know. It's once in a lifetime, you know. Look. But yeah, you can tell that was look, video of a lifetime, yeah. But you can tell that it was just pure shock and amazement. Look, she's like, whoa. Look. She's like, look. Can't believe I got that, look. But yeah, that is crazy. I'd love to witness something like that, to be honest. But yeah, that is everything I'm gonna be talking about tonight. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back on again sometime later, hopefully, to do another show. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Thank you again. Love and be kind to everyone. Be respectful, be amazing, but most of all, be yourselves, and you'll get all kinds of things coming your way, like from me or you'll even be able to find out what happened to Stonehenge, and well, it's about a piece of stone. It's been transported all the way from Scotland to Stonehenge now. But like I said, if there's anything you want me to talk about, leave it in the comments. Share this with everyone you think will find it interesting. Like it, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Good night, everyone.